Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we're going to be talking about the difference between enrollment and activation. Okay, sometimes people get the two confused. And so having a clear understanding about the difference and how it works in your mind is going to be very important, because it's the customer who often is going to be confused about it. And let's talk about first enrollment. Enrollment is what you've been practicing, is filling out the name, first name, last name, email address, username, password, all of that stuff that you fill out to create that new account for that new customer. That's the enrollment process. Also, enrollment includes making the first month's payment for the first month's service. That is what enrollment is. Activation is the second part of this process, and it is the activation process that actually activates the SIM card. If you enroll somebody and you give them a SIM card and they put the SIM card in their phone, it's not going to work until it's activated. And there's a reason, a very good reason, why it's split up into two separate processes. Over time, as your business grows, you will be able to start implementing marketing where you will be targeting people who are not in your immediate area, okay? In the beginning, this isn't going to be the case. The marketing strategy that we're going to be able to show you here in this training series that is easy to implement very quickly is a marketing strategy that targets local people in your local area. But like I said, over time, you will expand. And also there will be situations where you reach out to friends that you have or family members that you have and who you know would benefit from this product, or who you would know would want to get plugged into this industry, and they may not be near you. Okay, so that's the reason why it's a two-step process. First, you enroll somebody, and then you mail them the card. Either you mail them the card or Solivay mails them the card, depending on whether or not you have them in stock or not. Now, when somebody chooses to keep their same phone number, they want to switch their phone number from their current company over to Solivay, it's an instant thing. The very moment that the number gets transferred over to Solivay, their old SIM card doesn't work anymore. For example, let's say someone's using AT&T and they port their phone number. That's the term for transferring a number, port, P-O-R-T. They port their phone number over to the Solivay SIM card. That very moment, their AT&T SIM card stops working. Okay, so if you enroll somebody and then the number was instantly transferred at that moment from the AT&T SIM card to the Solivay SIM card, that person would be without phone service while they are waiting for their SIM card to show up. You know, you're dropping it in the mail today, it'll be 3 days before they get to them. Their number's already been transferred over, so now they're without service. So that's why it's a two-step process, so that you can enroll somebody, create their account, send them the SIM card, and when they get the SIM card, they go through the activation process. They activate it. That way, the very moment their AT&T SIM card stops working, they're able to put in the Solivay SIM card, and they're able to have zero downtime through the process as far as their phone goes. So that is the difference. Okay. Now, another reason why I set up this way is so that someone's not paying for service while their SIM card is being shipped to them. Okay. People don't want to be paying for two different services. They're paying for AT&T, and now they're paying 3 or 4 days of their service this month is while their card's being shipped to them. Someone's bill date does not start until the card is actually activated. Okay, so let's say, for example, that actually, let me give you an example. I was dealing with a customer. A customer called. He saw some of my marketing, and he was like, "Jason, I've used to be into the cell phone industry a little bit. I got away from it for years, but this is incredible. I want to get in on this." And he said, "My next contract, or my next month, is due on the 25th of this month." And it was like the 2nd or 3rd of the month at this time when we're talking. And so he was like, "I'm really, really excited about this, and I'm going to be signing up as soon as the 25th comes along. I'm going to switch my service over." But what I was able to share with him is that there's two separate processes. First, he enrolls and he makes his first month payment. Then I was able to send him his SIM card. And when he got a SIM card, he still had about 2.5, 3 weeks before he was going to need to activate that SIM card. But because he enrolled, he was able to already get out there and start building the business. Once you enroll and submit your social security number into your account, even though you haven't activated your SIM card, you can still start building the business. So he was able to get out there and start implementing the marketing and start building his own customer base. And then, on the 23rd or 24th, the day or two before his other service was going to end, he ported his number over, he transferred his number, and so he was able to pay on the 2nd or 3rd and then wait until the 24th or so to activate his card. Then from that point, his new bill date was the 24th of the following month. So someone's bill date starts when they activate the card. Another example of why it's good to understand this process, I had a customer call me 4 or 5 days ago. So the customer called me, and the customer was frazzled. He was like, I'm paying for 2 phone services right now. I activated my card and it's not working still. There's something wrong. And I asked him, I said, are you transferring your phone number over from your other company? And he said yes. And I asked him what the company was, and he said it's AT&T. So I asked him, are you talking to me right now with your AT&T SIM card? And he was like, yes, I am. I'm still talking to you on AT&T. Well, then I was able to explain to him, listen, if you had activated that card, then your AT&T SIM card would stop working. So what that means is there was some sort of error, and we're going to be able to I will help you here, get your card activated, but you don't need to worry. You're not paying for two services right now. You won't start actually paying for your Solvay service until we get this successfully transferred over. So a couple examples of ways that it will come up to where it's important to understand the 2 separate processes, and that someone's bill date doesn't start until they actually activate their card.